that divine intelligence is telling you, enough. Enough. But I haven't got time for the pain. I haven't got room for the pain. And you go along, oh, I got a headache, but I haven't got time for the pain. You think about it. Now, what you do is you shut the body's effort to alert you down. So now the body, if that's done enough, says, hey, I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no respect. I'm just going to fuck you up another way. So when you got that liver clogged and your eyes is turning yellow and you take a few drugs, oh, the yellow went away. But now your heart acts up. Why? Because the liver cleanses the blood before it gets to the heart. Pain is the alarm signal, a localization of heightened nerve energy. Pain is a localization of heightened nerve energy because the nerves carry the signals, all signals, thought signals, emotional signals, and pain signals. So these signals that you get in the form of pain are simply the localization of effort by the body. Pain is merely a localized manifestation of a general condition. Drugs do not act upon the body tempo, and this is famous from Dr. Shelton. Drugs do not act upon the tempo acts upon the drugs. You cannot put echinacea into a corpse and bring it back to life. The echinacea is dead. So dead cannot raise the dead. Now you can't put any live thing in there after he's dead either, but you cannot get any vital response. But if you put echinacea and bloodroot and all that stuff into a living body, you get a response. What you mistake is, whoa, I got energy now. Got my bloodroot, I'm going. I'm getting energy from the bloodroot. No, you're not getting energy from the bloodroot. What the bloodroot has done is that it has entered into your body. Your body recognized that it cannot synergize, and therefore vital effort is turned towards getting rid of the bloodroot. In that particular turn of energy, you get a rush. It's an emergency. You ever see a fireman stroll to a fire? No. What happens is your body is marshaling all of its vital forces. It is tapping into its reservoir of vital forces. You see, the science of strength is you do not know what strength is until it is being dissipated. You really don't know how strong you are until you are using your strength. So doctors who have bombarded bodies with chemotherapy, the chemotherapy didn't cause the healing. The body healed in spite of the bombardment. It didn't heal because of the bombardment. Big differences. So the idea that we need a crutch each time we're in pain, we have to address that seriously. Because that's the same as the Christian vicarious atonement that someone else has already saved your ass. You just have to accept that someone, and you good as gold. You good as stepping through the pearly gates. That's the illusion of vicarious atonement. That something else will take care of your troubles for you. It doesn't work like that. Nature Mother is not forgiving. She will not forgive your indiscretions, your poor eating habits, your poor behaviors. But she is not vengeful. She will not return in kind the quality of energy that you did not give to it. So the extent of your abuse dictates the extent of your healing crisis. Check? Yeah. Now I'm hoping that you're getting all this. Am I going too fast? Because there will be a test later on. We're getting a quiz. What do you want me to say? The very last thing. The extent of your pathological behavior, the duration, the intensity, the level of your poor pathological behavior dictates the body's response, at what level it must respond to deal with that pathological behavior. So if you have been over a period of time, people say, I've been eating meat and I'm all right, man. I've been eating that fried chicken, I've been all right. Man, I've been eating that stuff and I'm just fine. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. They may have a heightened level, a heightened reservoir of energy, but sooner or later, the body shows you the extent of the abuse. And then all of a sudden, just keeled over and died. The man used to run 10 miles a day. I couldn't believe it. Now, when you put the herb, when we feel in the form of relief or in extra energy, as the tonics do, what we really feel, again, is the reaction of the body against the herb or against the drug. This reaction is actually a desperate effort on the part of nature to expel or evict the drug, poison, or herbal toxin introduced into the living system. It is the same with all forms of stimulant. They say, this is a stimulant, this is a depressant. Ain't that how they catalog it? Well, a stimulant is a depressant, because once you stimulate the body has to go back into a state of rest to recoup the amount of energy it expelled in the stimulation. So what is the byproduct of stimulation? Depression. So you cannot catalog drugs into depressants or stimulants. It's ridiculous. That's the medical mind, the medical church. When you drink tonics, tonics appear to give strength to the body, but this is a false strength. It is actually the expression of a body in the process of wasting its vital energies. Remember I said to you earlier that the only way you can actually gauge the level or depth of strength is when you are wasting your energy. That's something for you to think about. Again, you do not whip a tired horse or stick your spur into its side. If it does, it will run faster, but who in their right minds would think that the spur supplied the horse with a fresh supply of energy? Food, vitamins, herbal tonics, drugs, none of these can sustain. Now that which did not create you cannot sustain you. And that is the illusion of food. Food does not sustain you. The proof of that is that you could stop eating for 40 days. When the sperm and the egg cell came together, food didn't have nothing to do with that. That is the divine intelligence, the electrons, the micro systems, that in that cell, in that egg, is a universe. That's a microscopic universe. That ain't got nothing to do with food. The illusion is that food is somehow giving you strength. But you know when you have dinner and you eat food, the best of food, sometimes the first thing you want to do is sleep. That should tell you that food takes energy rather than gives it. The true energy comes from the sun. And in your archetypal bodies, you used to feed directly. That is, directly from the direct menu of God. The direct menu of God is the sun, because without the sun, nothing lives. The sun has the atomic energy that is directly related to the atomic energy that is within the cell. The cell itself is a microcosmic sun. It doesn't need food. Does the sun need to feed? The only thing it feeds from is the divine force that exteriorized it. Life is energy. It's not food. Stimulants do the same to you what the whip did to the horse. Serums, potions, herbal tonics, vitamins, and vaccines do not help us to either avoid disease or eliminate it from the body. If these concoctions